What is the difference between a black box testing and white box testing? What is a black box testing first, and then we'll understand the white box testing. First of all, these two are not testing technique. They are the test case design philosophy. That is, we will create test cases on the basis of black box, and test cases we will design with reference to white box. Now the black box, it is not open to the user, or a user doesn't want to know inside. There are multiple functionality the software is giving, so he will just give you input and try to find out the output for each of the functionality. If the expected input is not matching with the actual input, there is a deviation, and that deviation is reported to debug. If there are 10 functionalities, then we will try to implement all these 10 as test cases. This is black box test cases design philosophy. White box testing, the inside is known. The component level control structure, if it is if else, if it is switch, if it is say other control construct, if then else, we know each of these, and we will try to ensure that all the independent paths, they are traversed, executed at least once. For example, if you are going from A destination to B, there are 3 ways. All these 3 will be a different test case. This is the white box, internal is known. So black box testing, implementation knowledge is not required for who is doing the black box testing. So there is no requirement to know what is inside. In white box testing or test case design, the implementation of the software or the product, the implementation knowledge needs to be known, is required. Okay? All the control structure, the architectural design, everything. In black box testing, it is called as closed box testing also. It is called as data driven testing and functional testing. These are all the same name. Similarly, white box testing, also known as glass box testing, clear box testing, structural testing, or code based testing. White box testing, the same name. Black box testing is generally performed by the end user because he is not aware of what is inside, and there is some independent test group, they can also perform it. But white box testing, because the internal structure has to be known, identifying the structure, creating the test plans, analyzing the source code, this can only be done by the developers. So it is normally done by the software developer or the programmer or the software team. Okay. Now coming to the programming knowledge. You give input and you get the output, trying to see the functionality. So programming knowledge may not be required. White box testing, because you need to know Python construct is different from the C# construct. So the programming knowledge, the coding knowledge should be there, is required. The black box testing examples can be functional testing, the non-functional testing, the regression testing. These are all the examples of black box testing. White box testing, you have path testing, loop testing, condition testing. These are all coming in white box testing. Please remember, if you combine black box with the white box, there is another testing called as the gray box. Most of the time, these two are combined to make a glass box way of test cases design. This is not the testing. These are test cases design philosophy.